it's humbling to get a rejection and to hear a no, but sometimes it's really good for you because maybe there is pride that needs to be taken out of your life or humility that needs to be put in.
Ever since Zach King was 7 years old, he had a dream of being a filmmaker. Since he was homeschooled, he was able to spend much of his free time making videos with his sisters. It was during these years that he developed his passion for film.
I remember when DVDs came out and they had the behind the scenes of videos, or I'd be watching TV with my dad and they would play this little behind the scenes featurette of a new movie coming out, and it would be super exciting for me because I'd see green screen for the first time, or explosions, or see wires and people flying around. I'm like, well, how do they get rid of the wires? Along the way, I was watching filmmakers like Spielberg and Lucas with Star Wars or Indiana Jones and all these different movies. I knew I liked these genre of movies where there's action, there's adventure, there's little comedic timing and these little gags every once in a while. So that's kind of what I modeled some of my scenes based on from an early age. I was like, trying to match the framing and the shots. Once a week, we'd usually have a family showing where I'd make a movie with my sisters, play it on TV, and that's what I was always excited for, was to play it and be like, what are my parents gonna think?
From my studies in the tropics of the Amazon River, and raccoons are very common there. So he just went in there, no joke. If you didn't see that, rewind, watch again. That was a raccoon. We'll be next time on Adventures with Zach. Goodbye.
After Zach graduated from high school, he applied to Biola University in California. He figured that getting into film school was an easy next step on his journey. However, he soon faced an unexpected obstacle when he was rejected from the film program.
I applied to the film department, I applied to the music department because I was really into piano at the time, and I got my 2 letters one day and I was like, let's open these up. Okay, I got into music, yay, I don't really care about that. And then I was like, what the heck, this must be a mistake. And I think I called with my dad or something, or I called to find out, and they're like, no, you didn't get in. And I was like, that sucks. You kind of question yourself and your abilities or your talent, and even just your confidence fails. But I was like, no, I know I want to do filmmaking, so I'm going to go to Biola with the hope of I can get in the program at some point. And I remember faking it, oh yeah, it's cool, no big deal. I don't know if I told my friends. I was like, I'm going to Biola still. But deep down I was like, oh, this really sucks. I don't love music as much.
We didn't talk a ton about Zach not getting into film school. I remember being slightly surprised. The way he is and how driven he is, I knew he'd keep trying, and I knew he had to eventually get in because this is something he loved so much. It was hard to imagine Zach doing anything other than film.
It was really a blessing in disguise that I didn't get into film. Because I didn't have much to do in film and I wanted an outlet, I created the YouTube channel. So during that Christmas break, I was at home, I made a list of names. I kind of decided to do this, ran it by my family at dinner, and I was like, guys, which name? And Final Cut King was on the list, and they were like, that one. And I was like, I just took Final Cut, the software, and put my last name, King, on the end, it's not that good. My sister, Megan, was really no, I think that's a good name, you should use that. That's how the Final Cut King name came to be.
Zach used his YouTube channel to teach free editing tutorials for Final Cut Pro. Eventually, he created an in-depth 7-hour training course that he sold on his website.
Whether you're just starting out in Final Cut Pro or you're a proficient editor, I want to take you to a whole new level. So are you ready to master Final Cut Pro?
The site went live, the product went live, and then I was just sitting back in class at 8 a.m. a few hours later, and then finally my phone vibrated, ding, notification from PayPal. You just made $80 from the training course. I was like, I think I stood up and whispered to my friend, I was like, I just sold the training course. That whole day, all my classes getting these little dings, and I was like, this is awesome. It was funny that I didn't get into film school, but I had a roommate that was in the film program, and I lived across the dorm from Aaron Benitez, who was also a film major, and I was leeching off them, what are you guys learning? Can I see your textbooks? Can I read them? What assignments are you doing? I might fake make my own assignment in that same style. And at the same time, Aaron was working with these visual effects, different tricks that he was doing. He would show me these different tests in the cafeteria at dinner, and I'd be like, oh, I want to go back and try to do that. So one day I saw a competition come on that was You can be a YouTube winner and get a grant to continue your YouTube channel. It's like, hey, I'm gonna try.
Hey, I'm Zach. I'm 21 years old and I'm studying film in LA at Biola University.
So I locked myself in my room for 2 days. I downloaded After Effects. I skipped classes, didn't eat. 2 days, all I did was this video. And then I posted the video and actually won, and that was a big confidence booster for me. I was like, oh, this is crazy.
After winning the contest, Zach started to make visual effects videos for his YouTube channel, and it wasn't long before he stumbled upon viral video success.
So my first viral video, I believe, was an iPad holographic video. We were doing a test. It was actually, all it was a test to do 3D motion tracking, and I did some little animation, Aaron tracked it in there. It went viral, got a couple million views, and we're like, what the heck, this is crazy. So I don't think we tried to replicate it right away, but a month or two later, we recreated Star Wars with kittens and lightsabers, and that went very viral.
Kittens as Star Wars characters. It has become an internet hit, and now we're about to meet the man behind the hit video.
It was weird making a viral video because what's strange is seeing a lot of people, like, let's say 1 million views, 2 million views, and it doesn't seem real, but then you either see like the reason why it's getting it. So like a bunch of news reports coming out, or it's on your friend's Facebook wall, or people in class now are like, oh, you're the guy that made that video. You're like, I'll never be in a building with 1 million people to show them this, but it got out to that many people somehow.
After several years of creating YouTube videos, Zach discovered Vine, a video sharing service where users post 6-second looping videos.
Lifeguarding.
No running at the pool!
This is how I hitchhike!
Vine proved to be the perfect outlet for Zach's creativity, and he quickly became one of its most popular users. This success has allowed him to collaborate with some of the biggest names in entertainment, and has even turned Zach into a celebrity himself.
Never thought it would get to this level where, we'd have the Ellen Show calling us, or different red carpet things. Even the directors that I've been wanting to meet, I can feel like it's getting very close to meeting them and maybe working with some of them. And I think it comes down to a core of like, if you can tell a good story and you're good at telling it, people will watch and people will notice. What I love about filmmaking is that you can make someone feel something, whether it's a little laughter, humor, or it's sad. And you can also put messages in there. So the feeling of the emotion can also translate like, we need to love people more.
In 2014, Zach assembled a creative production team of some of his closest friends to help with his videos. Although Vine is what pushed him into the spotlight, Zach understands the significance that YouTube has played in his story.
Figuring out our voice is really what the YouTube journey was for me, and has been even as I'm transitioning to Vine, Instagram, Snapchat, and then coming full circle, wanting to make longer form again, going back to YouTube. I'm excited to come back into that now with a fresh approach of like, I think I know what that voice is now. We've fleshed out what that style is. Let's see what it looks like in longer form.
Your ideas and your thoughts are what can inspire people. So take the tools, take your ideas, and create something that will inspire the world.
I have a lot of kids come up to us that are filmmakers, and they'll be like, hey, how do I get to be like you someday? And we just say, create a lot of stuff. Every week, have a deadline, make a short film. Like, there's no reason you can't be on your phone in the weekend, filming a video on your iPhone. Gear can't be an excuse anymore. Computers can't really be an excuse because you can edit on your phone. Find your voice and pair that with hard work, and you will be seen in the industry eventually.
In 2014, he started his Vine and Instagram accounts under the name Aaron's Animals, which utilizes visual effects with real animals. The star of most of his videos is his pet cat named Prince Michael.